Hi, everybody. I'm Jim Clark, and welcome to Cavalier Weekly. We're talking with cross-country coach Rob Mizicko. And Rob, this week, the prestigious All-Ohio last Friday, a good race. Talk about the men's race first.
On the men's side, it was, it went really well for us. Placing ninth out of 40-plus schools, highest we finished in many years. Couldn't be more pleased with what the men did that day.
That's ninth, combining D1 and D2.
Yeah, all divisions.
And then fifth in the D2 race. Justin Grubert again does well, but talk about everybody.
Up front, Justin did what he's been doing. Looked pretty strong. Once again, came back very well at the end, passed a lot of competitors and was able to help the team score. Najariki had a personal best time. He gets better and better every week we run. Got a late start because of a stress fracture, but he looks to be rounding into shape right now. Number 3 was Jackson Zaremba. Jackson had by far the best day of this year, possibly his best race ever. Time doesn't necessarily reflect it because of some of the weather conditions, but ran really well and was really a difference maker for us that day. Our 4th runner was Matt Roshak, who's been getting it done all year. Ran really well at Notre Dame for us and then came back and ran another very consistent race as our number 4. And then Justin Eddy and Ben Lahode ran really well as 5-6 for us, finishing as high as we've ever had anyone finish 5 and 6, at least in recent years.
One thing folks don't think about the casual fan that in your races, courses are different each week, so everything changes. Folks don't think about that at times. You don't run the same course every week in the same layout.
No, it's not, and it's a lot different than if you compare it to track. I mean, it's 400 meters, and you deal with different weather conditions, but cross country, the courses are different, and the course itself is the course conditions were in very good shape at Cedarville. It was just very humid. And the heat, I think, slowed it down a little bit, but it ran pretty true to course.
Women's side now, 8th Division II, 24th Division I and II, a good race.
Yeah, very solid race, especially being the first 6K of the year for the women. Last year, we didn't run a 6K until the very end, but it was nice that they bumped the All-Ohio meet to 6K, give our young ladies a chance to run 6K before we go to GLIAC in 3 weeks. This weekend we go down to 5K again, which I think will be good for the ladies. But overall, I mean, it was very solid. The pack's still there. We just got to keep pushing up, and Kelsey did a great job out front for us.
And Kelsey was 9th in the D2, 36th overall. Another solid race. How about the other runners?
Kate Ryan did another nice job as our number 2. Sarah, freshman, she's been running 3 all year. She did really well. Usually we have Annie Wise up there, but Annie Wise has been dealing with some headache issues, so she did not race for us. So we were missing one of our top 4 runners in that race. And then there was a pack of our, some of our younger kids that keep moving up. Annie Zaremba has had really 2 good weeks back to back. I'm trying to think who else was in there. We had some others. I mean, Jill, another freshman, ran in the open race that would have been up in our scoring varsity on that day. Unfortunately, she wasn't in the race, but she will be on Saturday.
This week, Carnegie Mellon, both teams. How many schools will be there?
Usually about 20 to 25. It's a new meet for us. We haven't been out there. We're going to see when we get there. It's in a really nice park in Pittsburgh, but I'm sure it rolls. I mean, anytime you go to PA, unless you're staying on a river, it's going to roll. So, but that's what our end of the season looks like. We're going to run some more difficult courses, so I think this will fit as prepping us for that.
Well, great job this past weekend, and good luck this week at Carnegie Mellon.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
I'm Jim Clark, and that's our Cross Country Weekly.